everybody. I was asked to do an interview for my friend Stephanie for her WISE program. She's researching publishing and the job of writing and getting into the career field for journalism or novelists and poets, that sort. So her teacher asked if she'd be able to interview me and a few other people and ask us some questions. So these are the questions I had to ask, and I hope this is helpful for you, Stephanie. Question number 1. Did you like to write? Yes. I've always loved to write. For basically as long as I can remember, I've been writing. Even before I could write, I was told that I used to tell stories, just off the top of my head. I used to tell everybody stories. And I was even told that I used to take books out with pictures and make stories up, and I've even been told that at times I used to take dictionaries out and just look at the words and make up stories, even though I didn't know what I was reading. So even when I wasn't able to write, I've still been a storyteller basically my whole life. Okay, question number 2. Did you write a lot? Yes, a lot. Now I make it an effort to write every day. Well, my creative writing class helps that a lot. So even if I'm stuck with a lot of homework and essays and stuff, I still have time to write in that class. And Caitlin, my friend Caitlin, oh my god, she makes me write. So yes, I at least get to write every day. And when I have time, I'm always writing when I can. Chapters and short stories and poetry if I feel like it. So yeah, I'm pretty much always writing. So, and a while back, like when I was 10, I have 4 4-inch binders filled with a story I was writing. Just one story. And I actually have a crate. I will show it to you sometime, maybe. Take a picture of it or something. Filled with writing. And that's not even all of it. All my writing didn't even fit in there from when I was really little to now. All my stories, all my poetry, things like that. So yes, I definitely write a lot. Question 3. Do you get money for what you write? And if yes, how much? Yes and no. If I win some contests for poetry and stuff, sometimes I get money for it. And when it comes to my novel, as of right now, since it's not officially out yet, I get money from what I sell locally. I get, for the expenses and stuff, I get $10 for paperback and $5 for hardcover currently. But that goes up a little bit more when they actually come out in June. And altogether I've made approximately $500 locally on books. So other than that, no, I don't make money, but if you want to count that, then yes, I do. 4, do you write for fun or is it just for your job? Fun, definitely. Basically that's what you want to write for. If you're forced to being a writer and you really don't want to write what you're writing, you know, that's not, it takes your inspiration out. So running for fun, definitely, and it's good. It's better for you. However, I do write for a local newspaper, so that aspect is more for my job, but mostly my creative writing is for fun. 5, do you have any advice for another writer that is writing story? I answered this in my other video. However, I'll just briefly summarize again. Do your research before you get an agent or a publisher. Go to their site, go to their blog, email them, find out as much as you can. If a publisher is making you pay, try to reconsider. Find somebody who's not going to make you pay, because it's their job to be paid, not by you. So don't do that. Don't make a ton of edits to your story, only grammatical and obvious mistakes, because too many edits can actually ruin your story in the end. That's pretty much it. Oh, and write for you. Don't write for anybody else. Write a story that you're gonna like. So basically, check out my other video if you want to find out some other tips. The answering your questions part 1 and 2, because I think it'll cover more information on that aspect. I have more time to talk about it in that video. 6, who do you write for? I write for myself, which is probably the best thing to do, because seriously, if you're writing for somebody else and you really don't want to write it, it's not going to turn out good. However, there are times I write for Caitlin. If she wants me to write something short for her, I will. And I'll write for my friends if they want me to write something for them. Like I said, I write for the local newspaper, so I write for them sometimes. But other than that, I write for myself. 7, how long have you been writing for? Like I said, for as long as I've been able to write. But I've started taking writing seriously around age 10. And at 12, when I was first published, that's when I really started getting into it and like actually taking publishing seriously and looking into all that. But yeah, age 10 is probably when I started really caring about my writing and stuff like that. What do I write about? I will write about anything. Seriously, if you give me a topic, I'll write about anything you want me to write about. However, for poetry, I usually write about human nature or love or life and death, things like that, or seasons, nature. And prose, for my novel anyway, pirates, sirens, Therians, things like that. I also write about vampires and werewolves sometimes. But anything really. You can give me anything and I'll write about it. I'll find a way. Because to me, I can write about anything and it'll pretty much interest me. 9. Have you ever had something published? If yes, did it cost you anything, and who is the publisher? Yes, I have. Cost to publish? Nothing. However, there were fees, like for contests. Sometimes there's an entry fee you pay. Most I think I've ever paid for an entry was like $40. That's because I entered like multiple poems, like $5 each. Usually that's what it is, like $5 entry fee. Unless it's even bigger contests, sometimes it's 20. But it's no big deal. Fees for my novel would be all the copying for my manuscripts and binding it. That comes to about a few hundred, like maybe 200 it came to. Postage for mailing your queries and stuff. And your copyright fees, which is $45. So those are the only expenses I've had to pay for publishing. And my publishers, I've had multiple. Lincoln Eagle, Floss for the Soul, Liberati, Creative Communications, Pine Tree Publishing, Shadows Inc., SP Quill, and a few more, I believe. But those are the ones I mainly know right now. At least the credentials I always use. Okay. 10. Are you good with grammar? I like to think I am. However, we all make mistakes. I mean, even on my AP essays, I get some back that say, grammatical errors. But, we're human. This is what we do. We make mistakes. So, yeah, I guess I'm alright with my grammar. And 11, final question. How long do you write for at one time? How long do I write for at one time? Depends on what I'm doing, how much time in my day I have. If I'm really busy. How long would I like to write for, or I could? Seriously, if you gave me a free day with nothing to do, I could write for basically that entire day without stopping. Yeah. But, like I said, we all have our things to do, so. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this stuff, and I hope it was helpful for you, and I hope everyone else enjoyed it that's watching. And I wish you luck with your WISE program and your report. Bye!